MB Seminary. I've spent some time in the book of Daniel lately, and it strikes me that it's incredibly relevant for the time and place that we find ourselves in Canada right now. Not so much because of end times prophecy and how all of that may unfold in the future, but rather, what does it look like to live a loyal, faithful life in a challenging context? I find it interesting that in Daniel chapter 6, when the various leaders were trying to go after Daniel and catch him in something, they couldn't catch him with anything to do with integrity or character or how he did his job, but instead they went after his relationship with God. Here's what they said in chapter 6, verse 5. Finally, these men said, "We will never find any basis for charges against this man Daniel unless it has something to do with the law of his God." In other words, what they're saying is the only way we can go after this guy is to go after his loyal living with God. The reason I think that might be relevant to us today is because sometimes it feels like that. For those of us who are following God, we're getting attacked or maybe feeling ostracized or feeling pressure, whether it's high or low or whatever it is, some sense of it's not actually popular to follow Christ, to live a life loyal to God. And so, of course, the entire book of Daniel is instructive in how that can play out, and the courage that is needed, and the faithfulness to God that we need to have, and of course, ultimately, the faithfulness of God toward his people. The reason that's relevant to MB Seminary is as we try to raise up godly leaders and train them for life in ministry, we want people not just to handle the word of truth well, but to live lives of integrity and character and courage and strength. One of the ways that we've chosen to do that this past year is by launching and implementing our Teaching Church initiative. And you've heard me talk about it lots, but I love this because it's a picture of and an example of how a school and a church and leaders can all work together in the context of a local church, in a contextual setting, and learn about discipleship or interpreting scripture or pastoral care and be equipped in their own context to live faithful, loyal lives. And so we're excited about the future of MB Seminary, of education and training, of Christian leadership across the country as we see more and more people focus their time and energy on studying and learning about God, but living lives of integrity. So thank you for being a part of the ministry of MB Seminary across Canada this last year, and we look forward to a great future together with you as well. Thanks.